Hello there, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be listening to some more Bini. This is a song called Made for All. It looks like it was a promotional video type kind of song they did with a company called Maybelline from New York. But I've not heard this song. There's actually a couple. There's one specifically about the skincare company. Well, I mean, I think it's the both company, but specifically about the product, I think. Like I said, I've not heard this, but I did notice that folks have been watching the Zero Pressure video, my reaction to that by Bini that I released back in April, and I thought it was time to bring back more Bini. I'm still really enjoying Bini's music. I've been listening to it on my own. I haven't listened to any new songs without you all, but I've still been listening to them in the car and everything, and just enjoying their music. I follow them on Facebook. I need to follow them on YouTube as well, just to make sure if there's any more new news about Bini that I stay in the loop. But yeah, without further ado, let's check this out, see what it's all about. It's called Made for All. It's called Made for All official music video. It says Bini X Maybelline. So it says it's an anthem made for everyone. So anyways, let's just check it out.
It's B-I-N-I. Bini with Maybelline. Are you ready for this? Here we go.
Feeling like you ain't got it, like you don't belong, can't seem to fit in one height, keep overthinking.
Gotta have that confidence, girl. Get up and show the world. Mag lipstick kilay from that mascara. Maaga man handa ng rumamba.
Open your eyes.
I like it. I like it so far. I know it's like an ad. You know what I mean? Like it's not. It's like an ad for Maybelline, but they, just because they're doing a sponsorship ad doesn't mean it's not good stuff. I like the music group Bini. There was a little bit of controversy I read, and I'm not going to get into it. I read news articles about controversy with Bini, and I'm on Bini's side. I don't think it was that big of a deal personally. Let me know what you guys think, if you know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to specify what it was because I don't think like, to me it's just looking for reasons to hate the music group. I think it's it's silly. So, but back to this song. It's definitely a sponsorship. You can tell. They got to get the plug in for Maybelline, but they're still doing a good job.
Believe that you can shine bright. Oh, made for you, made for me.
Handa ka ba sa beauty reveal?
Oh, made for you, made for me.
Face the world, express how you feel. Made for every color, race, shape, height, weight. No limits to your gender, race, and age. Every shade and hue. Have the courage to be you. No space for hate. It's time to celebrate.
Maybe you're born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline.
Mura noon gusto sa pinag-beauty o chinita, lahat tayo may sariling ganda.
Open your eyes, let them sparkle, shine bright. Ipagmalaki mo sa buong mundo ang ganda na iyo. Made for you, made for me. Handa ka ba sa beauty reveal? Made for you, made for me. Face the world, express how you feel.
So, I do find it a little interesting. The lyrics. I'm not sure who this is, but yeah, no comment on that. But they're saying the makeup is for all genders, which to me doesn't really make sense. I've never worn makeup in my life. Maybe for like a play or something, or like I understand actors wear makeup, on TV, people behind the camera and stuff. But like in my day-to-day life, like I've never worn makeup and never felt the need nor desire, and I don't plan to change that. So it is interesting. I mean, I guess it is an American company, which, that right there kind of, says all you need to know. It says, according to Wikipedia, it's Maybelline. They're based out of New York, so that's explains that. But I just, it's a nice enough message, but it just also doesn't make any sense, because if it's about the product, and it's make for every color, race, shape, height, and weight, no limit to your gender, waist, and age. But like, men don't wear makeup. It's unnecessary, and that's just not. Yeah. So it's interesting. This is a couple things that are interesting. Obviously with an American-made company. But I guess I didn't understand that Bini, supports men wearing makeup. I guess maybe I'm reading too far into it, but I don't know. It's interesting. Very interesting. I'm trying to be tactful with how I say things, because, one, I don't mean to offend anybody or get anyone upset. That's not my intentions. I'm not trying to, bait people into getting upset or anything like that. I'd like to share my opinion, but also, ideally, I don't want to get canceled for having an opinion. It's a hard line to follow, because you see nowadays people are getting canceled for silly things, and it can happen to anybody. In fact, I guess let's talk about the controversy with Bini. From my understanding, and I did watch the video, or at least I think I saw the video that this was about the controversy, but like, people are trying to cancel Bini, and they're all up in arms over, there was a leaked video featuring 3 Bini members, Cullet, Joanna, and Stacy, along with 2 friends that were male. In the video, Ethan appears to simulate dry humping Sean, while Joanna is present. Other members can appear in the background. I don't know. They said something, according to Google. This is Google AI, so who knows if it's accurate or not. But apparently they maybe said something about children, and something about pulling hair, led to public concern and accusations. The video went viral. Some suggested grooming or sexual abuse of a minor, which to me is just way out of line. Plus, if the video was the 2 friends just with the 2 male guys with Bini present, I don't know. I wasn't going to get into it, but over the fact that I could, potentially get canceled just for having a opinion about makeup companies for male people. So anyways, I don't read into any of this stuff. They apologized, said they made a mistake, which I don't think, joking around. I don't know. There are appropriate things to joke about and things that are not appropriate to joke about. I personally have joked about a lot of things, appropriate and not appropriate. And it's just, especially when you're younger. I mean, how old are they? I mean, they're all adults, but they're young adults, The Bini members, according to Google, they're all in their 20s, right? These are all very young adults, And so, a moment of them joking around with their friends, even if it was inappropriate joking around, like, somebody filmed it and posted it, and then it spread, and people, the whole. Some fans called for Bini and their management to address the issue and take responsibility for their actions. What actions? They were joking around. Like, I'm not defending if it was actual grooming or sexual abuse of a minor. Absolutely. I'm very much against that and would never defend that. But the video I saw, if it was the one and the same, is not anything like that. So I don't know why everybody's making a big deal out of it. There's news articles about this. And I think it's the dumbest thing ever. Back to why I was concerned, for myself, is because, when you work in an American-made company, you can get fired for anything. So I could say something, it doesn't even have to be controversial, but it could blow up and I could get fired for it. And it doesn't even have to be anything negative. If my company perceives it as negative, they could fire me for no reason, or that would be the reason. There's something in America with an at-will employment, meaning I can quit whenever I want. I'm not under any contract, but they can also fire me at will. And so it's one of those things, people are getting canceled and fired from their jobs and for saying things that people disagree with. Sometimes they are saying things that are maybe negative or inappropriate, but joking around with your friends, or saying makeup is not for boys or men, shouldn't be controversial, but it is, unfortunately. And but yeah, so it's one of those things, I want to be open with you all and tell you what I'm thinking and how I'm reacting to certain things, but it could end up blowing up my face. This might even blow up in my face. I am going to edit it down and edit out some of what I said, because not because I don't believe in what I was saying, but just goes back to the fact that people perceive things that you say and they'll take it how they want to hear it and then use it against you. So yeah, it's like the whole situation with Bini, people trying to cancel Bini, and I just don't think it's necessary. I think it's young adults joking around with their friends, even if it was inappropriate. It's, it's dumb. Anyways, let's finish the song. So that was Made for All. Yeah, I mean, the Bini themselves, they did a great job with the singing. I just, I didn't agree with the message behind it. It says here, Made for All by Bini / Maybelline is an anthem made for everyone to celebrate our diverse beauties, to champion inclusivity, I can't even say that word. Inclusive. I don't know why I can't say that word. Inclusive. And to empower one another, have confidence to make things happen. I don't know. That this video went off the rails. I'm sorry. I like Bini. I have no problem with Bini. I find it interesting. Their partnership, but you got to keep your sponsors happy. So yeah, just interesting take on makeup. I don't know. I like Bini. I wasn't a big fan of that. The message, the singing was great, the dancing was great as usual. But hopefully my video made sense, even though it went off the rails and, talked about things we probably didn't necessarily need to even bring up. So, also, me bringing up the Beanie controversial stuff, I don't think it's controversial. I think it's just young adults being young adults. So, don't take this as me trying to cancel Beanie. I like Beanie a lot, and I don't think it's necessary to freak out. I think people are blowing it out of proportions a lot. So that's my take. Anyways, that's Beanie, made for all. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you thought of the message. If you agree with the message, disagree. Yeah. It is also interesting. I mean, I know it's also an ad, so people are less inclined to like the ad, but it's got 10,000 likes to 3 million views. So it's very low like ratio. The comments seem pretty positive. The members have different looks and shapes. They're not the same mold. Yeah, the comments are pretty positive, so I probably have a controversial take. So like I said, nothing I said I wasn't trying to offend you or upset you. I just want to be real with you, and it's not that deep, right? But I'm not going to wear makeup. There you have it. You guys have a good rest of your day. Thanks for listening. Bye.